guys, Movie Junkie back here again for The Nun, directed by Corin Hardy and starring Thaisa Farmiga, Jonas Bouquet, and Bonnie Aarons. The Nun tells a story of when a young nun commits suicide at an abbey that is way out in the middle of nowhere. The Vatican sends a priest, a young woman who's about to take her vows, and well, I don't think they didn't send him, but they meet up with a local named Frenchie to the abbey to investigate what happens. And of course, when they get there, they realize that very sinister forces are at play. So The Nun. This movie, of course, is part of the Conjuring series, or Conjuring franchise, if you want to call it that. And it falls ahead of all the Conjuring movies that have come so far. So it's like a prequel, if you want to call it that. It does tie into those movies pretty well. They do that. They do the same thing they did with Annabelle, where they tied in the Annabelle movies together. And for me, what worked with this movie really well were a couple of things. First of all, the visuals. I really liked the way this movie looked. The abbey was very, very creepy. The shots of the castle, the graveyard, all that stuff was very well done. I enjoyed the opening of this. It sets a really great tone. And even when they were traveling to the abbey, it was very reminiscent to me of Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula, in that, you know, they had the locals who don't want anything to do with the abbey. They say that it's cursed, that everything up there is cursed, so nobody travels that far. They get to a point and the horses don't want to go any further. They have to go on foot. That entire thing felt to me very much like that version of Bram Stoker's Dracula. So I liked it because that's one of my absolute favorite vampire movies. I also felt Thaisa Farmiga and Jonas Bouquet, I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, they were the standouts in this for me. Not so much the nuns and all that, but their characters. They had a nice play against each other. Frenchie's always flirting with her, even though she's supposed to be a nun. She's very good here. I mean, if you've seen her other work, you know she's a good actress. She's a strong actress. And Frenchie's sense of humor works really well to break up the tension in this movie. That said, guys, this movie did not deliver the way I wanted it to. Thinking back to The Conjuring 2, where we got to meet the nun, Valak, whatever you want to call her, or him, whatever that is. That character, it's introduced as a painting, like a very creepy painting, a vision that one of the Warrens have. And that scene in the study, when she comes to life, so to speak, that is the creepiest scene in that movie. And it was so well received, they decided to build a whole movie around this character. And the problem is I can feel where they didn't really have a plan for this character. It feels a bit rushed. It doesn't feel as well developed as The Conjuring 1 and 2 is in terms of a story. Another issue I had was Valak. I felt like they didn't really explain properly why Valak looked like a nun. They kind of drop something. They say something about why he chose that appearance. And I get it. But it just felt very thin, very watered down. What Valak is and how he came to be. Again, it was just like, okay, so this is why this is happening. But it didn't feel like we were getting enough from this. You know, I just didn't find it was as fleshed out as what we've gotten before. Even Annabelle, it feels a bit more fleshed out than this story. The jump scares, no, there were way too many of them. And this for me was a bit surprising because the Conjuring series does scares really well. I mean, granted, if you've seen enough of the Conjuring movies, you know what's about to take place, so to speak. But in the beginning, when these movies were new, oh my God, they were terrifying, you know. And this is from somebody who doesn't scare easily. You know, everybody remembers the clap. Everybody remembers the crazy old dead witch lady on top of the cupboard. You know, you're looking one way and then boom, something is in the shot. It had such brilliant scares. I always feel like things are a lot more intensely creepy when it's in the corner, when you see something in the corner of your eye, not when it's jumping out at you. And they do that way too many times in this movie. I also felt like the nuns, I felt like they should have played a bigger part in this. This movie is basically between three people, And for a film of this scale, of this size, that belongs to a franchise that is this huge, just 3 people, and you're going to an abbey where the nuns are basically have a big reason, a big role to play in whether or not Valak makes it out, so to speak. We should have gotten more. You know, we should have gotten more from the nuns. So it's not a bad movie, guys. It's just disappointing to me because the Conjuring franchise is one that I enjoy to varying levels. For the most, I think like Conjuring 1 and 2, of course, are the best in this series. I also really liked Annabelle Creation. But this for me falls more along the lines of Annabelle. You know, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Do I recommend seeing it? Yeah, sure, why not? If you're a fan of this franchise, absolutely. I mean, they do tie it in really well to the Conjuring movie. I was thinking one thing though, I was thinking something with the Thaisa's character, but it didn't pan out. Whatever. Maybe that was too obvious. But I don't want to tell you guys my theory because it might spoil things for people. Maybe you had the same theory that I did about her character, so you can comment below and let me know. But yeah, guys, it was an okay movie. I just wish it was a lot more scarier, and I wish the story and the character of Valak was better developed. I also felt like we saw Valak way too much for him to be scary at this point, you know. That's just me. And that's it, guys. So if you like this video, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I'm tired, I'm sorry. Had a long day. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click on my face right there. And if you want to be notified of new videos, you can click on the bell. I try to post new videos weekly. And that's going to be it for me, guys. So I'm going to take some rest because that film festival I talked about is over. And until next time, bye-bye.